Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final video in our Gauntlet series. Goodness, this series has been going on a while. It's almost a whole month now. If you've made it this far, if you're just tuning in, well, there were 8 decks and only 2 remain. The dust has settled, and the 2 decks that are remaining are Joshua Thieves. Let's talk about this one first, and we'll talk about the other deck in just a second. So this is a deck created by Augur the Wise, at least this particular configuration, and he is combining Joshua's aggressive taking strategy with Thieves. And there's a lot of synergy here, which is why I really like this deck a lot right now. I feel like this particular version needs some, it's not in its best form, I think. I still think has a lot of potential here to iterate and to innovate and to make some changes and cut some cards, move stuff around. But I think the core of the deck is really strong. I think if you're playing a Thief deck, Stolen Treasures is going to be great in your deck. This card really helps fulfill some of the weaknesses that Thieves face. And then having the option to go Glory of the Lord plus Husham the Timonite is also really scary. And so if they're attacking you with big banding chains, which is what happens a lot in Redemption, and you were able to kill them all, you're left with a bunch of Thieves in your territory that can all band to each other and overpower what they're trying to do. And it's also really good if you go like Plunderers into Highwaymen into Condemned Thief and Glory and slowly chip away at their hand, or do the same thing and then falling away their attacker. Like Thieves can just get so much value. And then just like the insane plays you can do with Ambush, and also combining Barabbas, who can play enhancement that you do not own regardless of brigade. So combining that with Promised Land and taking their battle winner, their evil battle winner, and then putting that on Barabbas is really cool. So yeah, what this deck is trying to do is trying to get to Captain early, draw some cards, set up a big Joshua attack that can net like 7 cards. It attacks the opponent's fortresses with Joshua's sword and officiators, and their hand is unprotected, so it's going to use Satan's Seat to get rid of any hand protection they have and attack their hand with Promised Land and Teaching. And then their defense has a lot of banding, has Judas who can block and restrict dominance and band to your demons, and the Thieves all band to each other. Highwayman helps you just get ahead on cards, and you just have random star abilities to try and take stuff. Overtaking is kind of like a late game plan to really have a backup for Husham, because you're going to want to play Glory on offense sometimes. And let's see, in the reserve, you have some Joshua cards that you can get to with Joshua, and then a bunch of Thieves. So yeah, like Ambush getting Temple Thieves is great, or Ambush getting Fence Jumpers, banding to Barabbas to play that card you grab from the discard pile is also really good. So yeah, all right, so the deck that they're going to be facing off against is the trusty Nativity Herods deck. So I've been running this deck for a while. It's probably the reason why it's got this far is because I just am not as good on the other decks as I am this deck. So I probably made a bunch of misplays, and there's a little bit of a bias, I will admit, as far as the ability to play a deck to its full potential. So if we all had all the best people playing their decks in this tournament, I think Brian Jones's Choose a Blocker deck would have gotten farther. I think See the Trees Soul Server deck would have got farther. I think Jeremy's Impartial Judgment deck would have got farther. So anyways, of all the decks that I played, this is the one I have the most experience with. I've been working on this deck a lot, and I think Husham is so good right now. I'm actually pivoting like hard into that. So like combining Glory of the Lord plus Husham plus Overtaken. And then Overtaken is just really good with Outsiders, Herod Agrippa, Emperor Claudius, and stuff like that. So what this deck is trying to do is trying to set up Resurrection Reveal on turn 1 to get your Resurrection, play that, band to some heroes, draw some cards, get ahead early, and just take over the game with Mary, and like play characters out of your hands with 20 shekels. And yeah, it's just a good deck. It has a lot of speed, has a lot of resiliency, and it's really good against Women with the Bez, because you can play Accusers, you can play Orphans, and you can play Guardians. And you also have 3 Woes as an out to her too. And if you see her in the opponent's hand, you can play her down and then attack Mary, get rid of her. So this deck is really trying to attack decks running Women with the Bez. So we'll see how this matchup goes. Here we go, the final match here. Okay, I gotta figure out who goes first. Looks like Nativity is going first. Joshua does have a star ability here. So let's see, Nativity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They drew a Lost Soul, Humble. Okay, so we can look at the reserve, and then we can top deck a dominant from deck. Let's see, do we want to go first? We can go New Covenant, grab a Gospel Enhancement. We can't really play it on anybody because we only have John. I wonder if this is a ghost second hand. So if Matthew attacks us, they can draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. That's not too bad. Like, we have a decent turn 1 block with Herod Agrippa and Futile. And if we draw more Nativity cards, we can really pop off next turn. So let's see. And if we do John, we can, so let's see, what are the dominants left in my deck? We have Glory, Falling Away, Second Coming. I think maybe just top deck Glory with John. But that doesn't help us get a pop off on turn 1. So I'm not going to use John, but I'm going to look at their reserve. Wait, no. So actually I'm choosing them to go first. So they're going to go first. They're going to go Teaching and Parables reserve. Lost Soul gets put in play, and they don't have any other stars. And then they get to look at their reserve, see that they have all these tricky thieves. Joshua's going to go first. Okay, so let's look at Joshua's hand. They got Spies, they got Den, Teaching, Thief, Overtaken, Mocking Thief, Ambushing Bandits. So getting this down early is nice. We can play this to peek at their hand and try to attack, and then maybe we can crouch choice. Depending upon what they have, we can go grab Den, start drawing some cards. So yeah, let's do first things first. Let's do Spies and then Teaching. Look at their hand, reserve an evil card. So that's pretty easy. We're going to reserve their only blocker. Good old Teaching of Parables on turn 1. Huh? And then let's see, we can put down our Den of Thieves, put down their bandits. We could put the bandits in the Den of Thieves because I don't think it'll be blocking with it, but it's still active. So if opponent plays a good dominant or just a dominant, I can take a card in their territory. And let's do Overtaken. And yeah, so since they don't have any blockers on turn 1, I think I do want to grab a card. So we're going to go grab a good Joshua card from deck. Let's just get this, discard this. Okay, come into battle, draw 2, and then we can ban to a Joshua hero. Ban to Rahab, play Scarlet Line from deck. So this is really nice. We can play Scarlet Line. We can take 2 Joshua heroes from deck. So let's grab Joshua's Officiators and Joshua Classic. So yeah, we're setting up really nicely now. An opponent doesn't have any blocks unless they want to negate something with 3 woes, but they don't want to, so we're going to give them Prosperity. Okay, Joshua's off to a great start. They've triggered Overtaken. Are they playing Husham main deck? I think they are. That's not in their discard pile, so I'll just get rid of that. Okay, so if they're playing against Nativity, they want to try and get their hand size down, but they also don't want to play stuff down. So we're going to play our heroes, but keep our thieves. We're kind of overextending our Den of Thieves here against a Mary attack. Okay, so we have this, and now we're going to pass. So it's, okay, drew 3 cards. So we just got to be careful to not draw cards. Okay, I think this turn's going to work out great for us, I think. We're not going to try to draw any good cards right now, but we will do New Covenant, activate, go to deck for Gospel Enhancement. We can grab Annunciation, Angelic Guidance. Angelic Guidance can go get Res Revealer, but Annunciation or Resurrection is going to go get him anyways. Maybe we just get we could get Gabriel here. Could get... The reason I say we could get Gabriel is because I could go get Angelic Guidance and go grab a silver card. So let's see. So I could go, on my turn, I could go attack with Victorious Being, not draw a card, go to Mary, hit their Overtaken or their Den of Thieves, play Resurrection, ban 2, Zechariah, Bandit John, draw a bunch of cards. I mean, that like doesn't sound bad. So what would complement that? Probably Angelic Guidance into Heavenly Host, I think. Okay, so yeah, New Covenant, gonna go grab this, play this down, look at opponent's hand, see that they have Zacchaeus, the Thief, and Mocking Thief. Go to deck for Heavenly Host, shuffle the deck, play this down now, get a Heavenly Host token, and then yeah, we see at their hand, they see we don't have any surprises, Deceiver we have to worry about, so we just have to worry about Thief stuff. So I think we're going to be fine. Now we're going to go to attacks now, right? Try to get down to hand size. Let's see. Don't think we can fully get down to hand size. Put down another Nativity character. Go to attacks. Victorious Being, I don't want to draw a card, but we will go to Mary. So Mary has Unity. Going to negate and reserve this. Get rid of that. And then before blocks, do I want to play Resurrection now or after? If I play it now, they can Thief and take my Resurrection Revealer. But if I don't play it now, what's the downside of not playing it now, I guess? Because if they go Thief into Judas, then I can't play it, period. So yeah, to play around that, let's go Resurrection, go grab a good Fortress. I'm going to go grab Smitham Staple. And then I can ban to John. Oh yeah, and play Res Revealer. Negate their neutrals. So I know Overtaken is a neutral card, but since it's applying modifiers, I'm actually can't negate it because it's playing modifiers, just like you can't negate Humble. Forgot a Heavenly Host token trigger. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, ban to these guys. Don't have hand disadvantage. We have John reveal, Son of God, toss the next, draw 2, draw Accusers, draw Harvest. We will give you a Harvest token. Okay, so if they go something crazy, bunch of thieves and stuff, we can go Star Bethlehem, top deck Glory, play Glory. So yeah, let's see what they can do here. So if this is our attack. Okay, opponent, we have Overtaken, which means our evil humans are CBN. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we can go Thief into Highwayman. Highwayman draws 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Highwayman bans to, I don't know, Zacchaeus, draw 2 cards. So we can draw 6 cards. That sounds okay. But yeah, let's do Thief. Do we care about our neutrals? The only neutral we're playing in this deck that, like, they're going to negate our Lustful. That's not a big deal. So let's negate their stable just in case we want to go to the Condemned Thief here. So let's go to deck for the Highwayman. Highway Mob. We're trying to, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 brigades. Draw 4. And then we can ban to, oh, we could go to Repentant. We can go to Mocking Thief. We can go to Repentant Thief, but we just don't have the numbers to kill them. Another thing I could have done was play down Zacchaeus and negate their territory stuff. So I could have like stopped their angelic guidance. That means they wouldn't have had this in hand knowledge. So it's something I could have seen it go either way because it exposes getting married. All right, so the decision is, what do we want to do here? We don't have the numbers. We don't have enhancements. Really wish we had Hashem the Tinamite on this turn because that would have been brutal. They had 2 cards in the discard pile, getting rid of all this. But we could take something. We could, like, banding to Condemn Thief here is not that good. I think I either decide to ban to Condemn Thief or Zacchaeus. I do like Condemn Thief, but drawing cards is nice too. I don't know what to do. I'll do Condemn Thief. Look at their hand. Their hand protection is negated, so I get to take enhancement. Let's take their futile, right? And then looks like we'll die by the numbers here. We'll die by the numbers, give them token, save the game, and Nativity puts down Gabriel and passes the turn. Okay, we can play Lostful from a deck, but their deck's protected, so we can play Lostful from our deck, but maybe we don't want to. I don't think we want to, so we're going to pass on that star. No upkeep of triggers. We can put down Satan's Seat, which is nice. Put down Satan's Seat, equip Sword to Joshua, and then we don't have a Promised Land. Promised Land here would have been really nice. So we do have Long Day, Amazing Faith, and we got rid of Herod Agrippa. So we know that they have, I think we only know about Son of God in their hand. Okay, so what do? So I can go officiators, take their stable, go to Joshua, discard their new covenant, go to reserve, grab a Joshua card, and Despise, look at their hand, see if there's anything nasty. They have like a Foreign Wives, we can take that. Okay, but I think we do Captain first. So Captain first, draw 3 cards. Draw 3, and then banding to Officiators. Officiators will take stable, and then Officiators goes to Joshua, goes to reserve, grabbing a Joshua card. Let's grab this. Joshua's sword, can draw a card, discarding their new covenant, and then we can band to a Joshua hero. So Despise, take a good OT Fortress from a deck. We know that they play Storehouse, and that's a pretty crucial part of their deck. So in order to make a Hashem the Timonite better, let's take their Storehouse to make sure they can't protect their discard pile. And then we get to reveal opponent's hand, and they don't have more than 3 brigades. Okay, so 14 cards in hand. Opponents block. We just have an outsiders. Opponent does not. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so outsiders is gonna block. We're gonna draw. Oh wait, before I block, I can go star and draw a bunch of cards. Draw my glory. Get Virgin Birth. Just try to dig for Hashem the Timonite here. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play star. We're gonna look at opponents. Oh wait, no. We're gonna top deck a dominant. We're gonna draw 6 cards, and we're gonna do Virgin Birth. So maybe, which one do I want to do first? Let's do this last. Do this first. Okay, let's get glory, and then deck glory. So that's John, and then we can draw 6 off star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's Deceiver, so we hit. Then we drew a hopper. Put the hopper down. Put the hopper in their territory, and then Virgin Birth. Underdeck this to look at the top 6. Take a card. Let's see. So we know we're going to be drawing Falling Away, Magi, Messianic Messenger. So maybe we take Denarius, or we take Delivered, which can go get Denarius eventually. Okay, so that's that. And then we're asking for Dom Initiative. We'll play Glory. Okay, opponent can't do anything against that. So they're going to Glory, and we're going to go Deceiver into Hashem. Shuffle our deck, which should have got the Falling Away maybe off the Virgin Birth, but whatever. So Hashem will banish 2 cards in their discard piles, banish their Scarlet Line and their Teaching to discard all cards in battle when it doesn't have a Lone Priest. So it's going to work, and that's going to be just the definition of brutal. Okay, so opponent's turn. So if we play down these fortresses, opponent can just Lost Child Found and bounce them. We know that they have that in their hand, I think. Or maybe that was one of the cards they drew off of a star. Okay, so maybe... Let's play our territory class card for turn. Let's get some. Look at this top 7. Take a good card. Take stone carriers, I guess. Reserve that. 13 cards in hand. Yeah, maybe we'll Son of God's Second Coming rescue. I think I forgot about this accusers. So like, oh well. I could have done this before I attacked. So I should have done this before I attacked, but that's okay. So Son of God, rescue accusers, Second Coming, rescue orphans. And then 11 cards. Discard the stable, discard the storehouse, and I think it's too late now to do Zacchaeus. Or is it? I don't know if it's too late. 'Cause stopping a territory class could be huge. Yeah, let's just put down Zacchaeus, Mocking Thief, and pass the turn. All right, 3 cards for turn. You Overtaken, Temple, and Denarius. So I really want to see what's in their hand. So I think we're going to go 20 shekels, bounce your Rahab, and play a character from their hand. So I see they have Barabbas, Plunderers, Stolen Treasures. So if I play the Barabbas, attack with Mary, what can they do against that? Don't know if they can do a lot against that. Okay, so play that. Play Herod's Temple. Overtaken's awkward, but it's negated anyways. Can't really get to stuff from our reserve right now. Okay, so I can't give them initiative because they're just going to play Stolen Treasures, right? So they only have in their hand, they only have Stolen Treasures, futile. So if I attack with like Zechariah and a Son of God, they're humble, right? So Son of God rescuing humble, that's going to just get prevented. Then they can just Barabbas. So that's why I can't attack with Zechariah, because they're just, I guess they could Barabbas, play something gets prevented. I mean, that theory could work. Okay. I don't know if Mary can get past Plunderers, though. That's the problem. Oh, Mary can go grab something from reserve. Yeah. So let's go Mary, attack, reserve your Barabbas. We can grab Magnificat here, or we can grab Child is Born. No, let's just grab Magnificat. Can't prevent this. Okay, so if opponent grab Magnificat, what are our outs here? So we can CBN Plunderers into Zacchaeus, draw 2 cards, hope to draw a negate. And if they try to Magnificat us, we can negate that. I guess that's our best block. Because if we only do 1 hero, then Mary can just toss us down. Let's just block Plunderers into Zacchaeus, draw 3. Do a Hopper. These are negated though. So there's our negate. Okay, so it is going to be Mary's initiative. Let's go interrupt the battle, reserve all evil characters in battles. Their special initiative. They are going to interrupt the battle, underdeck a good card. We'll underdeck Mary. So Magnificat, I think, is taken. So Mary's special initiative will interrupt the battle, bounce 3 cards. So we'll bounce your Plunders, your Zacchaeus, and don't. I could bounce Magnificat here, depending upon if it gets taken right now. I think it's already taken, so it wasn't already taken. So let's bounce that, and I don't think it matters. So Thieves don't have another negate, so they lose the battle to surrender soul. So we'll surrender that one, and then put down some artifacts here. Got rid of Zacchaeus. I don't think I have any more artifacts in my deck because they got rid of New Covenant from my other covenants. I don't. So I think Delivered's pretty useless, so let's just yeah, let's discard it, because if they attack me they somehow get this guy back, they can take stuff from my hand. So I'm going to pass a turn. Okay, Joshua's turn. There's our Hashem the Timonite, but kind of getting wrecked here just a little bit. Okay, so they're negating neutrals. So this is pretty useless as an artifact. As far as heroes in deck, we can go to for Angel of the Winds. We can grab this guy, this guy, this guy. Still have Promised Land, which is promising. So what do? We just attack with Rahab, get our Scarlet Line back, maybe? I think I like that. Okay. Rahab, attack, negate evil protect abilities, take Scarlet Line from discard pile. Oh wait, it got banished. Whoops. Okay, so that's our attack. Have very good blocks. We have Outsiders, draw a card, and we can draw. They already got rid of our Futile Inquisition, so I think we just block with Outsiders to draw a card here. Draw a card. We could draw Falling Away here. Did you flight into Egypt, which is not how you want to line that up. Okay, Outsiders is gonna die. They get Harvest. Okay, they're at 4. Get a Harvest token, and then negate their territory stuff again. Discard Faith of Joshua. It would have been nice to go Angel of the Winds into a Clay Priest, and then use Faith of Joshua. Go get Promised Land from your deck. And then pray that to try and not lose this turn. Okay, so we have 10 cards in hand. Let's see. We still have Overtaken, which is nice. Hashem plus Overtaken plus Falling Away is like a great block. So maybe we just put down this and put down Angels. No, we want to keep Angel because if we draw Promised Land, we want Unity. So let's put down Plunders. That's the turn. All right, draw 3 cards. Drew Darkness, which is very welcome right now. So Darkness can go grab Deceiver if Deceiver hasn't died. Yes, so we can do Star ability though. First, we can top deck an NT Star card from deck. Do I want to do that? No, it doesn't matter because we're gonna go Deceiver. Okay, so Darkness is gonna go grab Deceiver, which is what we need right now. And then upkeep abilities, they got rid of our fortresses, so that's choking our resources a bit. Let's see, we can use Shekels, or we can use Denarius, or we can use Overtaken. So if they're just going to be pushing with lone heroes, Overtaken is nice because I can go Herod Antipas into Contagious Fear. But Contagious Fear gets stopped by Satan's Seat. So I can go Mary, hit your Satan's Seat. I think I'm just kind of stuck right now. Thieves are getting really big over there. We don't have Flight into Egypt protection. And if I just go big banding chain, then they can just play stolen treasures in the battle. So I don't want that either. But if I go with low Mary, they can just do a bunch of banding. Or they can like falling away me. But I don't know about falling away. So if I'm Nativity here, what do? Do I want to try and draw more cards with Denarius? Or keep attacking their hand? I think I know enough about their hand. So let's go Denarius this turn. So I think I just need to try and get my falling away here to try and survive. So we'll go Denarius. We'll crack it. Draw 3. I don't know what I'm trying to dig for here. Falling away though. So there's falling away. Very nice. That probably means so there's second coming left in my deck. So if I attack and I get through here, I can win the game in theory. So is there any way I can do that? Let's put down some heroes. I don't know if I can. Overtaken might be a problem. Don't know that they have Husham the Timonite in their hand. So let's see. I think my best choice of action is just to go Mary, attack, get something from the reserve like the Child is Born, and just try to beat them with like Annunciation plus Child is Born plus Flight plus Woes. I think that should be enough to beat them. So do I want to try and play around falling away? So if I go Messianic Messenger banded to Mary, they block with this, they get initiative. So that's not going to work for me. So I have to attack with just Mary. So just Mary's coming in. I will negate and reserve your... Oh, so if I go... But what if I went Messianic Messenger plus Mary, negate and reserve Thief, Mocking Thief, and then they falling away and then they can't get initiative. Have I gotten rid of Deceiver? But then they can just go Deceiver into... No, I already said I'm going to do Mary. So Mary's going to come in. I get to hit something. Who do I not want to block me this turn? Let's hit your Plunderers. Preventing my next is pretty big, I think. So hit the Plunderers, grab something from reserve, grab Child is Born. Yep. And then opponent's block. So we can either go Husham, falling away, Thief plus falling away. So how do we win this game? So we win this game by blocking this turn and breaking through next turn. So we can probably Husham next turn. Let's see. A nice attack though is if we can choose the blocker and falling away their offense. But we don't have a way to bounce Zacchaeus. Plunderers could bounce Zacchaeus, but they're gone. We don't have a way to get to him. So maybe we can save Husham for another turn, I think. But maybe right now we just go, we don't really have a Thief in our deck that we want to go to. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Thief, negate, what's an annoying card in their territory? Let's just hit your Joseph, and then we could discard discard Rahab to take Joseph. And then exchange with, do we want to draw cards or do we want to discard cards from opponent's deck? Let's discard a card, let's discard an enhancement from opponent's deck so we get to hit their Virgin Birth. That's not that useful. I should have blocked with Zacchaeus drone 3 there. And then we're going to falling away Mary. Okay, so Mary's falling away. They win the battle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're just going to pass the turn. All right, opponent's hand. Draw 3. So this is negated. We can go to a priest here. Priest attacks. Yeah. I should have been trying to draw into Promised Land. Is it in the top 3? Glory's in the top 3, so that would have been big. Okay, so messed up there. So let's go. What do we have to worry about? Even if we drew a priest, though, I don't think we had any banding characters left because we can go Angel of the Winds, go to deck. Oh, I could have got Caleb to Stone Carriers. Still, that gets wrecked by Deceiver into Executioner into Abandonment. Anyways, Angel of the Winds will go to Bears, try to draw our Glory. There's the Glory, nice. Okay, so Bears plus Glory is our block. So if we block here, we know Joshua decks like to play this. So I think the safest play right now is just to falling away your guy. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so Joshua has to live to fight another day. I've overtaken plus Husham though, so that maybe could get us there. Right, 10 cards in hand. We need to keep this around. Let's discard your Joseph. Don't know. I gotta get rid of 2 cards. I just don't know what to do. I think we need everything defense-wise. Judas into Deceiver is really nice. I can play one of them. But I want to keep them safe from Mary, though. But if they do Mary and they hit one of these, that's going to save Hashem. Do we just discard Long Day? But Long Day's good. I don't even know if Long Day's that good right now, honestly. Adding it. I'm just going to discard this. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do Long Day, grab this, play that, go to deck, grab Promised Land, try to survive. Okay, Promised Land coming down. It's going to take card from their hand. Okay, accept a dominant. Maybe I just take, do I take their Deceiver? Take their Deceiver. Because I think no matter what they do, I can just Hashem the Timonite them this turn. Unless they attack with Zechariah and they get rid of Overtaken before they attack. Oh wait, so Overtaken's not active right now. So they can attack with somebody who's not CBN, but then I can just go Glory. So yeah, I think I have a good block. So let's take their Deceiver. So now I have 2 Deceivers. And I'll put one of them down. And then gotta get rid of one more card in the hand. Maybe just Judas and pass the turn. Okay, 1, 2, 3 orphans, Lawless. Let's keep that card there. It's Foreign Wives because I might want to Herod's Temple this turn. We don't want to Lawless them. Okay, so what do we do? Overtaken's not active right now. We have 20 shekels, and then we have our Overtaken. I think we need a breakthrough this turn. So it's 20 shekels. Look at their hand. We see that they have Hashem plus Glory. So maybe we can't play down their Deceiver, so we have to play down their Hashem. And okay. Is there any way I can get to my protection this turn? So I have Coming Prince in my reserve, but I can't really get to it. Oh, I could have woes the Promised Land. I forgot about that. Dang it. Okay, so not having Deceiver here is really bad. Yeah, I probably just lose. Let's see, is there anything I can do though? Because if I push with this guy, he triggers Overtaken. But if I push with anybody else, he plays Glory and he plays Hashem. I have a storehouse to protect my discard pile. And if I attack with Mary, reserve Hashem, he can just go Deceiver, go grab him. And CBP, so I can't just go woes him right now. I think we're pretty screwed. Yeah, not wosing the Promised Land could really hurt us here. Or like not wosing Satan's seat for the longest time is really bad too. Okay, yeah. I think I'm just kind of impasse here. What I can do, can I try to bounce my Deceiver and try to block next turn? No. Maybe I just send Mary to her death and then we hit their Overtaken and then hope that Herodias' daughter plus Herod is enough. Or maybe we have to hit their Satan seat to enable our Herod Antipas actually working. Now we can negate their Satan seat. Okay, so let's just go Mary, attack, go to reserve, get a star card. Why am I playing Teaching and Parables in this deck? Am I not playing Zacchaeus? Just a second. I thought I was playing Zacchaeus in this version. Did I just not put him in the deck? I think I forgot to put him in the deck. So I'm playing 49 cards. So maybe I need to go put him in the bottom of my deck right now. So I would have been disqualified there probably in a real turn. Okay, so Zacchaeus. I'm getting Zacchaeus, shuffling him into my deck. Grabbing a star card, I could grab Coming Prince, or I could grab First Sacrifice, or I could grab Contagious Fear. Maybe I'll just grab Coming Prince. Grab Coming Prince with Mary, negate and reserve your... There's so many evil characters here. Let's maybe hit your Zakurash. I don't know. Overtaken's such a problem though. Hit the Satan seat. Okay, so reserve that. Their block. Overtaken's active. Banish 2 cards from their discard pile. Banish their Star of Bethlehem and their... Gosh, forgot to second coming to get Son of God back here. So, whoops. Son of God. Get back Son of God before they block. And then, yeah, because if you just make that mistake in a game, the game's over. Like, imagine if I attack, leave my Son of God in my discard pile, and they just go get rid of it here. That's just insta game over. Okay. Is there any other card they can get back? Dark card. So let's hit their Child Fount. So banish those and then discard Mary CBN. Okay, that was the block. And then we're gonna Son of God your orphans. 4 to 4, and then 9 cards in hand. If they played their woes, I don't think so, right? Because I don't want them wosing my Victorious Being. So we'll keep that in hand, and then we will get rid of a card. So I just put down Herod the Great here, maybe. Put down Herod the Great, pass the turn. Okay, so they draw 3 cards. The neutrals are negated, and they choose Purloin. They can take a card, except dominant. So if we want to stop them from Herod's templing, we could also take their Herod the Great here. because we're just trying to get through, right? So last time we looked at their hand, we saw that they had abandonment, I think, and like a woes. So we just gotta break through their block with like a glory. We could push like a priest. So let's take their Herod. So take their Herod, and then if we just push like one of these guys, what are they gonna do? This guy backed up with both of these. Let's glory. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna take their 20 shekels. Oh wait, that only works if Joshua's in play. But I can't take a good Joshua card from reserve, so we'll take a battle winner. Okay, and then we got rid of their deceiver, so they know that we can't get blocked really well. Okay, so I don't think I have any outs to this, but I got Herodes' daughter. Reserve your stone carriers. Go to reserve for Herod, and then Herod get contagious fear. And then they play glory. 6-6 beats a 4-4, and you win the game. Right, so Joshua won the game. It was a close game. Just being able to hit Nativity's fortresses like that early is really big. And me forgetting to 3 woes the promised land, getting my deceiver back is also big. Them taking futile inquisition is big. Them able to keep overtaking her out so long is big. That really stopped me from trying to get through Husham the Timonite. Not being able to deal with Satan's seat was big. Forgetting to put Zacchaeus in my deck was big. Because like maybe that last turn if I had Zacchaeus out, I could have chosen anyone but Husham to block. And then, tried to win the battle way. Like go Guardians into Gabriel, into Zacchaeus, choose a blocker, and then I have like Child is Born, try and win the battle. Oh, but then they could have just blocked and played Stolen Treasures. So I don't know. So I don't think Zacchaeus would have mattered. Getting rid of all their heroes early was huge with Husham plus Glory. This deck just kind of faltered in the mid game after that. It wasn't ever able to set up at Star Bethlehem, like draw 12. And the Thieves eventually got really good. They took a bunch of cards. Yeah, so solid deck. Because they had Stolen Treasures, and I couldn't attack with the banding chains I wanted to because I knew I was just going to get Stolen Treasured. And this deck's not running You Will Remain, so that's why it's such a big problem. Right, so Joshua Thieves wins the tournament. And then I'm going to post another video. It's about each of the decks and what changes I'd make to the decks and overall what my thoughts are. But yeah, see you guys around.